Hello everyone, I am back with another video and I am really excited for this one because it is something that I am very passionate about. In this video, I'm going to show you seven ways that you can, no kidding, sit down and start collecting leads today using messenger bots in your photography business. Now, these are seven diverse ways too. And I'm going to show you every single one in an example and how to use them. But the most exciting one is number 7. So make sure you stick around to the end. Well, I'm going to show you how to use QR codes so that you can actually collect leads and their information regardless of where you are out and about in public. So I'm going to show you online and offline methods. Now, I'm Joe. I'm with Dana and Joe. Typically, when it comes to like the tech stuff, it's just me. But my other half is Dana, and we are the co-owners of Dana and Joe, which is a educational brand for photographers to help you grow your business. And we also run the Booking Lab, which is a free Facebook group that we basically take everything that we're showing you here and just go more in depth. So if you're not already part of that group, you can find a link either above or below in the description. We always leave a link near the video so that you can find us and come out and hang out with us and all the other photographers in the group. All right, messenger marketing, right? So this is part of a series of messenger marketing that I've been talking about. So go back and watch the previous videos. I'll leave links to those. But essentially, if you're not familiar with it, I laid it all out for you, and I'm really excited about this because it's so brand new and it's really being overlooked. And it's growing at a rapid pace, and Facebook's all in on it, Google's all in it, Apple's all in on it. So if you're not paying attention to it, there's a lot of things that are happening that you may not notice because you're just like, well, what the heck's messenger marketing, right? So there's a lot of changes going on, but I'm keeping a close eye on it, and there's every single day very exciting news coming out, all right? So I've used messenger marketing for the past year. Not only in my business, but I've done it for other people's businesses, and I've watched other people use it in their businesses too. And I basically took it and I implemented it into our own wedding photography business. And here are 7 ways that I've tried or am currently using it to collect leads and basically create a funnel system where I collect leads, I nurture them, and then try to turn them into paying clients. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it, and I'm going to show you 7 ways that you can use a messenger bot in your photography business, regardless of what type of photography you're doing. These are going to be wedding photography specific examples, but you can easily take those and adapt them so that it works for your business, right? All right, let me share the screen. Okay, so basically what a messenger bot is and messenger marketing is you're using Facebook Messenger to build a subscriber list. It's the same, think of it as the same exact way as building an email list, right? You build an email list, you send out emails, and you build a relationship. Well, you're doing the same exact thing, except you're doing it in Facebook Messenger. And the reason it's powerful is because of the open rates. So in other videos, I actually show you how to create a messenger bot. I also have a course, which I'll leave in the links as well. I actually have a course for photographers who I basically take all these things that I'm going to show you in this video, and I just go deeper, and I show you step by step. So I take all the complication out of it. It's really not complicated, but I show you step by step how you would do this, okay? So step number 1, this is the most basic, right? Once you set up, I use ManyChat to build my messenger sequences. So once you set up ManyChat, you're going to have what's called a welcome message. So I know a lot of photographers, maybe not so much wedding photographers, but definitely portrait photographers who get a lot of messages on their Facebook. Now, let's say someone comes over to your Facebook page, they see who you are. One of the first things that, well, not the first things that they're going to do, but one of the things you want them to do is to send you a message. So I have a strong call to action here where it says send message, right? And since I'm the admin in this page, I'm going to click test button. So this is the equivalent of someone, tapping that, like a customer, right? So what happens here is you can immediately identify the fact that I have a messenger bot set up because this says get started. If you have get started here, I could just start typing a message and message your business. Now you can put a little greeting message in here, and basically what mine says is, hi Joe. So it actually personalizes for you. It actually pulls their name. It says, want to access planning resources, view our gallery, or ask a question? Press get started below. So you're giving them a strong call to action. You're telling them to take the next step. Now, if you're a portrait photographer, one of the great things about this is you could say, hey, if you want to see the type of sessions that I photograph, or you want to book a session on my calendar, you can do all that inside of Messenger, right? So if I click get started, it's going to go ahead and it's going to fire off my welcome message. I got a little notification on my end. All right. So it's a picture. It says hi Joe, and then it gives a bunch of information here. All right. So they can contact me. They can say hi to us on Instagram, and they can view our portfolio. So this is a basic welcome message that I created on a previous video, and I show you step by step exactly how to do this. But what's really neat is you can see that you can deliver different types of media. I can deliver video, I can deliver audio, and I can deliver pictures, and I can deliver multiple pictures. And the cool thing is I can also deliver links, right? So you could, if you're a portrait photographer, you could literally put a link to your scheduling calendar right here. You could put a pricing guide in here. You can put video doing a little welcome. There's a million things that you can do. But what I want you to understand is if you get a lot of messages and a lot of traction on your Facebook business page, this is one of the ways that you can get clients. Because as soon as that person clicked get started, they are now a subscriber in your subscriber list inside of ManyChat. And I'll show you later in this video exactly what that looks like. But if they come in here and they do all this information, at the very minimum, you have them as a subscriber. And then you can be able to follow up with them at a later time, and you can basically hop into this conversation at any point that you'd like to and start chatting with them. So that's way number one. All right, way number two is what is called a comment trigger, right? So when I was setting this up earlier, I kind of already triggered it, and because I needed to make sure it worked. But what's really neat about this is it's almost like wizardry. It's almost like magic, right? So here's how this would work. You would post something on your business page. It could be anything, right? Just as a reminder, messenger bots only work on business pages, only for businesses. So you would post something. It could be a contest. It could be a giveaway. It could be some kind of lead magnet, right? It could be any of those things, right? And then basically what you would say is, hey, comment below with XYZ, okay? So in this, I have a test page that I basically set this up so I could demo this for you. But it says, hey, check out the comment trigger function by commenting below. So I did this an hour ago, and I typed yes, right? So what happened was, as soon as I typed that, in less than like 10 seconds later, the page messaged me. It says, hey Joe, I see you found the comment trigger. Type yes below to read about how it can be used. So I'm going to type yes. And then what it's going to do is it's going to reply to me. And then it says, all right. So it says a little bit about how to set that up and then ways to use this, right? So I can use it to deliver new info, coupons, deliver lead magnets. This was geared towards realtors, so deliver house specifics, gain new subscribers, add them to a sequence, qualify them, on and on, right? So this is a really powerful tool. You're basically gaining subscribers and building your messenger bot list just by having people comment on your post. Can I get like some heads explode right there? When I first found this tool, like I went bonkers over this, right? And when this really works well is if you're doing a giveaway or a contest, because what you're going to do is you're going to promote that giveaway in this contest in this one post, and then you're going to basically put a call to action at the end, like I was saying earlier, hey, comment with ... And then anyone who comments, right, they're going to get this message, and it's going to say, hey, if you want to complete your submission to XYZ contest or giveaway, type a specific keyword below, and then you will officially be entered, right? So what this is doing is you're gaining bot subscribers, your messenger subscribers, in a very easy, frictionless way. So instead of someone giving your email address or having to go to a landing page or doing all these extra steps, they're literally commenting, clicking a button, and then that's it. Very powerful stuff. And there's a million different ways that you can use this, but that's the most common way that I see people using it is for contests and giveaways. All right. So I'm not going to go into specific details on how to set this up, but I just want you to see that this does exist. This is a powerful tool. All right. Next, let's talk website, guys. Website. So these are just demonstrations on the sides. I did this as an example. So two ways that you can use it. Well, actually, there's three ways you can use messenger bots on your website. So this is native to the ManyChat program. I can actually build pop-ups via the ManyChat program. So basically what you do is there's a little piece of code, and you take that code and you install it on your website. And that's the last time that you'll ever do that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go back in ManyChat and you're going to build, use what they call a growth tool. And this is basically a pop-up. So for photographers, you can say, hey, download your free wedding planning guide, or subscribe to my 10 tips on how to prep for an engagement session. Or in this case, I did an example of, hey, click send the messenger to book your fall mini session with me today. Limited dates available, right? So someone comes to your wedding or your website. Let's say they want to book a mini session with you. Instead of going through a contact form, what they would do is click send the messenger, and then it's going to take them through a messenger sequence, right? Yep. So view it in Messenger. It's going to take me to Messenger. Now the mobile experience, I will say, is much, much better than it is here on the desktop. All right. So I'm going to click Get Started. And I'm going to show you how this would work. So basically, what's a good contact number? It pre-populates your contact number. So this is storing all this information in the back end too. So this is a notification that would send you saying, hey, Joe Buchanan's interested in a family session. So the client doesn't see this, only you see this, but because I'm an admin of this account, but I'm also going through as a customer, that's why I see that. All right, how many family members will be at the session? We'll say 4. Great. How would you like holiday cards designed for you? No. You can see, you can take them through this little quiz. Where would you like the photos taken? I want desert look. All right, last question. If you'd like to be added to our email list, yep, add me to your email list, please. So now I've collected their email. Now I can market to them both on email and in Messenger. And then I got to fix this. That's not supposed to happen. I have 2 keywords set up with 2 different messages, so ignore that. That is definitely my issue. So it basically says, hey, that's all, Joe. Dana will be in touch soon. Would you like to see your pricing information? They can click yes, and then it will send them pricing information. So you can see how that works. So I come to your website. I see the fall mini session. It takes me over to Messenger. I can answer 4 or 5 questions. And then basically what that does is once they're done answering those questions, it's basically the equivalent of a contact form, right? But it's super easy because all they're doing is clicking buttons. All that information that I just clicked on is now stored inside ManyChat, right? And when you go to contact them and book that session, you'll have all that information available. But what's really neat too is it also sends an alert. So if you have your Facebook Messenger notifications turned on, you're now getting that alert on your phone, and you can immediately hop in there and start having a conversation with them and get them booked for your fall mini session. Now let's say you wanted to completely automate this. If you have Calendly or some other kind of scheduling program, at the end of that, you could have literally put the link to that and said, hey, pick a date on my calendar for your fall session. They pick a date, and then Calendly now allows you to take deposits and allow people to pay. You can say, hey, pick your date and pay your deposit, right? That is completely automated. You didn't say a single word to them, right? So you can see how powerful this system really is. So this is one way to really use this. You don't have to use it to book fall mini sessions, but you can use it to deliver types of information, like I was saying, downloadable guides, videos, information series. So that's one way. So that's what, 1, 2, 3 ways so far. All right, way number 4 is a website chat widget. So chat widgets are becoming very popular. I'm seeing these more and more on a lot of websites. And quite honestly, there's other programs out there that'll do it. But, you know, if you don't want to pay the money for that, ManyChat is free for the first 500 subscribers, and then, but they have some pro features for those first 500 people, and it's $10 a month, guys. It is dirt cheap for what you get out of it. And then from 500 to 1,000 people, it's $15 a month, right? So it's really, really, really cheap for what you're getting out of this. And you can put a chat widget on your website, and basically what this does is, hey, what is the one thing that every photographer has to deal with? Pricing and packages, please. Pricing, like, I hear that all the time. So we've been doing wedding photography for 7 years, and I hear that so much, right? So download our full investment guide and 2019 trusted vendor list inside Messenger. Boom! That's what everyone always asks for, right? So I give them the opportunity to access that information, but it's something that we call gated information, meaning they're not just going to get that for free. So when they click on this, they don't have to give me their email address or anything, but what they are going to become is a Messenger subscriber. So I will be able to see who they are, learn a little bit about them, and I'm going to be able to communicate with them via their Facebook Messenger, right? There's no more ghosting and wondering who these people are or having to do research, right? As soon as I click this, I'm going to know who that person is, and they're going to be a subscriber. So if I click Continue with Joe, what you're going to see is really neat. Welcome, Joe. Thank you for stopping in. Before we send over to pricing, our trusted vendors, can you tell me a little bit who you are? I'm engaged. So I want to know if they're engaged or friend of engaged. When is your wedding date? I can select a date. I'm just going to pick that day. Now again, if this was mobile, this would be way cleaner, much easier. So the date selection does not work as well when it's inside. Yep. I've actually never done this on desktop before, so maybe I would go back and change this. So I'm just going to type 521. So I'd probably go back and change that. I'm going to hit skip because it's been a while since I've done that on desktop, and it looks like it's harder than it normally is to do that. So, come on. Come on. I didn't run through this before I started the video. So, basically what would happen, right? So it says, when is your wedding date? They would type their wedding date, and then basically what happens is it sends them another message where it's basically our starting prices. Hey, this is where we start. Here's what it's included. If you'd like to talk more, just click yes. So then they click yes, right? And then what it does is it sends us an alert saying, hey, these people would like to talk more about wedding collections, right? Now, you know, I have a separate video completely on Messenger objections, because a lot of things people say, well, it's not human-like, the user experience isn't very good, you know, things like that. Think of Messenger as a way to start a conversation, right? We want conversations with our potential clients, right? So, you know, Messenger starting the conversation, then you're taking over the conversation to seal the deal. Now, I haven't run through this. I was using the website widget on my website. I take it off, I put it back on. I'm always testing it out. So it's been a while since I've tested this. So I will get a grade of D on this demo. But anyways, I promise you this works. It has worked. There's been people who've clicked on this and gone through. So that is way number 4 of how to collect leads using Messenger marketing. Now, let's go on over to our investment page. This is going to be way number 5. Now, what's really neat is you can create links. Essentially, you can create Messenger links, and it's the same thing as this, right? You see this up here? If I take this link and I send it to you, you click on it, a website pops up. Well, I can create the same thing except for a specific message inside of Facebook Messenger. So what I do is I'll put a button on my website where it says download investment guide, right? And this is a Messenger bot link. So when I click this, it's going to take me to Facebook Messenger, and it's going to deliver the investment guide. And so you can think, just if you take a couple minutes and you can get creative with this, right? Wherever you can put a link, you can essentially have an entry point for someone to become a Messenger subscriber. So you can put a link here, you can put a link anywhere on your social media, on anything, right? You can send it inside of a text message, so on and so forth. So if I click this, it's going to take me to Messenger. You know, it's going to take me through the sequence again. If this sequence is still broke, it looks like it got, yeah, this one's better. So essentially this, I want them to type their date instead of selecting it, right? All right, so hey, thank you, here's our starting collections, here's our trusted vendor guide that they can download immediately, and then here's all of our pricing information. If you'd like to talk more with us, say yes or no thanks, and then that's going to notify me and let me know. Because, you know, at the end of the day, right, if they see those prices and they're way out of range and they don't want to talk to you any further, it's going to save you time going back and forth, right, trying to figure that out. Now, I would recommend testing, because there are some people who they may see a price and they're like, no, I don't want to talk to you. But at the end of the day, once they start talking to you, maybe you can get them to come up on pricing, right? But I'm obviously not going to get into that. But test that out. But what I want you guys to see is just, you can literally put a link anywhere on your site. So now they got that information. They're a subscriber, right? And now I have the opportunity to go in. Even if they say no, I can still chat with them and be like, well, you know, I can start the conversation. You know, hey, I see you type no. Where were you at? Like, how many photographers have you looked at? I can start asking questions and kind of see where they're at in the whole process. You can do the same exact thing. If you're a portrait photographer, right? Regardless of the type of photography that you can do, you can download your pricing information here. And I no longer feel hesitant about doing that, because I'm able to contact that person versus them filling out the email. Maybe they see my email, maybe they don't open it, maybe I get ghosted, maybe they don't reply. But if I send them a message, I can see if they saw the message, and they're most likely, I almost guarantee that they're going to see it, right? Because there's not that many people hanging out in their Facebook Messenger inbox. All right, moving on. All right, scan code, we'll save that one for last. Actually, shoot. I need my phone for that one.
You need my phone too?
All right, so the scan code, I wanted to do, I'll have to do it a separate way, so I'll get into that in a second. All right, let's talk about Instagram real quick. Instagram, here we go. This is way number 6, and then we're going to talk about scan code. So one of the things I see photographers doing is, you know, they'll just put like a link to their website, right? Which is fine. But I would encourage you guys to do some kind of link consolidation where you're giving them valuable information. So really, you know, you can check inside of Instagram. So if you go to Instagram Insights, you can actually see how many people do website clicks. So website clicks is basically how many people have clicked on this link in your profile. Now the way that we have it set up is we got the Facebook group for photographers, which is the Booking Lab. We have a shop. We have one of our top blog posts that they can go check out. But we also have a free wedding day timeline template. You guys remember the same thing that I did with the website, right? I put a link here for the investment guide. Well, guess what I put here? A link for a wedding day timeline template, right? So now a lot of photographers love their Instagram and they get a lot of clicks over their website via Instagram. So what ends up happening here is I am now turning this into a lead generating asset. So if they click this, they come over here, they're like, oh yeah, I want a free wedding day timeline template. Right? I click this. It's going to take them to Messenger. I now have a subscriber. I'm giving them something of value. Are you looking to do a first look? Yes. So now I can quiz them. When's your sunset time, or when do you want to do ceremony time, right? I'm going to pick 5 o'clock. And you're going to see exactly what this does. Boom. I just delivered them a PDF timeline template that I created in Canva, and it shows them what a day would look like. And they can download that and keep it. It's all free. All right? And again, they're a subscriber. I keep hammering that home. We're building a subscriber list to market to, right? Because that subscriber list, even if they don't book with you, can be used in many different ways, including ads and remarketing, okay? So I would encourage you, if you don't already have some kind of, a lot of people like Linktree, and we just use Campsite Bio. There's a million programs out there, but the point I'm trying to hammer home is you can put a bot link in here that takes them to Messenger, all right? All right, this is it, final one. Here we go. Scan code, all right? The scan code, they used to have a different one, and they recently changed it over to QR code, which is good because the QR code can be scanned with your phone. You just take out your phone camera and you scan it. Now, I forgot to grab my wire, so I would be able to pull up my phone on there, but I'm going to show you guys kind of how this works real quick, demo-wise, all right? So I got my phone pulled up, so if you look in the bottom left corner here where I'm at, I got my phone pulled up, my camera, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this code with my phone. And then what happens is, what you're going to see here is, you can see it pulls up and says, hey, go to Messenger. Yep, I'm going to open in Messenger. And what it's going to do is, it's going to send me that welcome message, right? So the way that you can use this QR code, just realize that it's an image. So I created this, basic little Messenger card. So I could print these out, and it says how to scan. Open camera, scan code with camera, go to Messenger, get started, right? So that's exactly what I did. And you'll see there's my welcome message, right? So now I can tap around on here and start interacting with the Messenger bot. Now this scan code is an image, so this image can be placed on anything, guys. It can be put on your marketing materials, whether it's a welcome guide, business cards, maybe you have a pamphlet or a flyer when you're at a bridal show, or what if you're doing, let's say, I'm just throwing ideas out, I don't know if this will work, but these are ideas I'm thinking of. Let's say you're a portrait photographer, right? And they come over, they do a sit-down session, you do the photo reveal, be like, hey, if you want 10% off your in-person sales, like during an in-person sales session, if you want 10% off, scan this code, right? Because I think this is really big for portrait photographers because you guys have recurring clients, right? You want those clients coming back. Whereas photographers, it's really hard because it's kind of a one-and-done deal, right? We can ask for referrals and things like that. Maybe they'll come back for a family session. But if you're a portrait photographer, right, and you have people coming back to you on a recurring basis, you want to be building this subscriber list, right? So maybe you give them a percentage off or some kind of freebie if they scan that with their phone. So they don't have to do anything other than have a phone, scan your code. You now have them as a subscriber. You give them something that they want, right? Some ways that we've used this, and I haven't used it recently. I'm going to start doing it again. Is we'll set this up at you can set this up at a wedding, right? You can put this in to the guest sign-up book. It says, hey, if you'd like to know details of when the wedding photos are ready, just scan this code with your phone, and we'll send you a Facebook message when the gallery is ready, right? Because, you're taking that burden off the couple, right? And then you can essentially send a message out to everybody who scanned that. They're all guests at the wedding, right? And then you can send it out saying, hey, the gallery is ready. Here's the link to the gallery. Go and view it. And then you could potentially increase your print sales, but you can also remarket to them. Hey, you know anyone getting married? We'd love to work with them. Or, hey, could you leave us a review if you saw us doing a great job? All right, there's a million ways that you could use that. So the scan code is super powerful. It's underutilized, but it's just a basic QR code, and you can create that inside of ManyChat. And inside of ManyChat, basically what you're doing, you're saying, hey, if someone scans this code, send this message. And you can create as many of these QR codes as you'd like, and as many different messages as you like. You just got to keep track of, which QR code it is. So you saw how easy that was with my phone. It's super simple. I just open up my camera, I scan it, I hit one button, and there I am. I'm a subscriber, and you can use that in a million different ways. All right? That is my most excited. I think that and the comment trigger are the two ways I absolutely love. But the one method I've found the most success with is this button right here. People coming over to my site and downloading my investment guide. And I don't know. I forget. It's been a while since I've looked. Let's take a look at my subscriber list. So you can see my subscriber list. So if I go to my dashboard, I wanted to show you, remember this is what we're doing. We're building subscribers. So over the past 15 days, I've gotten 6 subscribers. And I'm getting subscribers via all the methods that I just showed you. These are all engaged couples. These are all people looking to get married. Some of these weren't very good leads, which is totally okay. That's normal. It's a game of numbers. You need more leads to get more bookings, right? Because you're only going to book a certain percentage of those. So if I scroll back a little bit, you'll see over the past 30 days, I've gotten 12 people in. I've generated 12 people via my messenger bot showing these exact methods I just showed you. So that's it, guys. That's 7 ways. I'm going to leave you with one last tidbit. Remember the link. If you are big on Pinterest, put the link to the messenger bot in your pins, right? Because when someone clicks that pin and they want that downloadable guide, you can get pins, people coming in off of Pinterest into your messenger bot. So maybe there's 8 ways out there, right? So that's another way that we're using it. So anyways, that's it. I'm going to stop talking right there. I hope you found that information valuable. I know this is a long video, but this is really good stuff, guys. I wanted you to see just how diverse, and it's not just one method. There's a million different methods, and you can get as creative with this as you possibly can. And I just want you guys to be able to see the opportunity that's out there. So if you're curious about messenger marketing, come over and join the Booking Lab. I talk about this stuff quite a bit. I keep you up to date on what I'm doing and what's working. And I also have a course, which I'll leave a link to. And inside that course, it's dirt cheap right now. And the reason being is because I want you guys to have this information and start utilizing it and using it, because really there's no one else out there using it. It's a way to get ahead in the marketing game in an area where not a lot of people are using it. So I'm just trying to bring awareness to it, and I'm all in on this stuff, because I truly believe 2-3 years from now, this will be the way that we communicate with clients, communicate with our business, or any business for that matter, all right? So here's my pedestal. Come join us. Hope you loved the video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe, and we'll see you around in the next video. Bye, guys.